Hello everyone, welcome back to the Book Graveyard Vintage Genre Fiction channel here on YouTube. We got a book haul today. First things first. What the fuck? That was crazy. That was crazy, wasn't it? I can't believe that Paul Giamatti came on to our tiny little channel to talk smelly old paperbacks with us. What a wonderful, charismatic guy. Great attitude, very friendly. He carried me throughout the interview. Not a professional interviewer. Come as no surprise to anyone who watched the video. And thank you to all the people who showed up and left amazing comments. You are amazing. I got very few negative ones. But you know, it's YouTube. They're there. I deleted them. Because that's how we roll around here. No time for negativity. And I just wanted to say to all the new subscribers, thank you for signing up. You know, I'm probably not going to have any more celebrities on the channel, so hopefully you like vintage genre fiction. And here at the Book Graveyard, we mostly talk about the exploitive kind, the men's adventure, schlocky horror, stuff like that. Maybe not some of the bigger names. I try to read the stuff that is not covered anywhere else. So today we're going to do a book haul, something that we do usually every month. Like I said in the interview video, there's lots of great bookstores around here, and we get friends sending us books, and we accrue a lot of books. So I like to show them off, talk about them if I know anything about them. So here we go. This first group's from my friend King Allen. There he is. He's the king in yellow. By the way, I read The King in Yellow after that video, because if I didn't, my wife was going to beat me with it. So I did read The King in Yellow. Maybe I'll do a video on it. I don't know. It was eye-opening. I'll tell you that. It was freaking amazing. Okay, but here we go. King Allen sent me a big old catch of sleaze books. If you stick around, you'll see mention of sleaze books often around here. Like I said, I love stuff that is not known by the regular reading public. So here's The Schemers, Ben Fields. Salacious cover there. I don't know what sure is going on. Probably some secretary businessman stuff. Blistering the private relations of men and women in the world of public relations. So there we go. It's just Schemers. And we got Infidelity. Billy Beware. This is, who's this by? They don't put on sleeves, they don't put who the author is on the spine. This is a Beacon. Fred Malloy. Billy was too pretty not to get offers. The trouble was, she accepted. This utterly frank story tells us why a wife wanders and what happens when she does. If you've never read a sleaze book, they always sell it like it's going to be very dirty. And it's not. Usually it fades to black right when the gets going. So it might be a little disappointing if that's what you're looking for. This next one I think he just sent it to be a smartass. But this is a Christian crime book. So the author wrote, what was the name of it? The Cross and the Switchblade. Famous Christian paperback novel they made a movie out of. So here we got his second book, or a later book. I don't know what number they're in. Run Baby Run, Nicky Cruz. I've never read them. I do own the Cross and the Switchblade because you gotta have it. How could you not? So that's just amusing. Probably won't be getting to that anytime soon. Then we got some humorous Playboy looking novel here. We Gave It the Office. The hilarious and sexy adventures of two uninhibited secretaries and what they did. So it's to be 60s, maybe a little more graphic, maybe. I don't know. It really looks like it's aping Playboy style, the popularity of Playboy magazine at the time. It's on Fawcett Gold Medal, so I doubt that it's pornographic, because Fawcett Gold Medal was a major publisher. And we got Lita here. See that? Lita's also by Fred Malloy, author of Rooming House. There was Lita who used black gold as fuel for passion, and Joan, so free with her charms, so lavish with her lips. So is this lesbian fiction here? Lesbian sleaze? No. No, it is not. This is non-sleaze, just probably more of a classic noir style of a novel. Desires in the Streets. Pleasure mad, energetic and earthy. Bitter destiny carries an orphan boy through a childhood of squalor and degradation and the prostitution of his talents to a tragic and unregretted end. Oh, sounds bleak. We also love bleak around here. We love dark. We love things about the street, about nefarious, real human characters. Anyway, all the way down. This is by M.E. Chaber. Originally titled No Grave for March. I think this is a spy book. Why don't we go ahead and read that synopsis? Posing as an American communist, Milo March, private eye, walks into Germany's Soviet zone on the trail of a missing British diplomat. Within a matter of hours, March's existence turns into a nightmare of brutality and terror as he finds himself caught in a life and death struggle with the Russian secret police and a ruthless female spy who is ready to give herself to any man for the glory of the party. That sounds dope. That sounds right up our alley. We got a touch of depravity here. This is a Midwood sleaze publisher. This is by Paul V. Russo. She demanded more than love. She demanded more than love, more than passion. Touch of depravity. It's a whole lot of depravity in this little haul right here. Beautiful covers. Sleaze is the best when it has, oh, here's one. These covers. This is the classic style right there. What's it called? Jet Set Switch by John Dexter. A lot of these names are pseudonyms. I don't remember John Dexter off the top of my hand. Yeah, so it has the pink spine, the yellow cover. Is that a Robert Boniface? We don't know. We don't know until we look it up. Am I going to do it while I'm editing? Probably not. You look it up. Here's a non-sleazer. Peter Rabe, It's My Funeral. I like that. I like that checkerboard background. She's laying on that giant checkerboard. Never give a killer an even break. Shoot first, and the blonde's all yours. Here's a later era Beeline, which just looks straight pornographic. She looks like she might be starring in an 80s erotic thriller. What's this one called? Fondle with Care. It's called Fondle with Care. God, that's genius. Then we got these two like comedy looking books here. Max Schulman, Barefoot Boy with Cheek, and The Feather Merchants. Awesome. And King Allen, the giving king that he is, also sent my wife books. And if you're new to the channel, that means it's going to be satanic and witchcraft books. So we got the most pristine looking copy here of The Ritual by R.R. Walters. A novel of sensual horror. I read a R.R. Walters book called Ludlow's Mill, this one. Also a novel of sensual horror up there. Oh, this was really cool at the beginning. It reminded me of Twin Peaks. And then it went a different way. But still enjoyable. And I definitely want to check out The Ritual too. So it's not just for my wife. And we got this hardcover first edition. Noel Scanlon Apparitions. It is signed. Look at that. Man, when King Allen sends you stuff, he goes all out. Very cool. got The Conjurers, Marilyn Harris. Know anything about it? It's very witchy looking though. There's Marilyn. She looks, yeah, definitely witchy. She's gonna put you in her oven. Like a witch, you know, Hansel and Gretel. And then we got this big picture book of demons and devils and witchcraft. I love these type of drawings. It reminds me of The Ninth Gate, which is the best movie about books. Book-centered movie. Awesome. So thank you once again to our man, King Allen. Up next, we got some books from Ed over at Mythologist. And you're going to have to start your channel so we all know how to say that. Mythologist is used. Send me a little note here with a little postcard. And he had a plethora of Sax Rohmers. So he sent me all these Sax Rohmers. Are you guys into looking at these cool Sax Rohmer covers? This one is one of my favorite covers right here. It looks very Scooby-Doo to me. I do have this one already. So we're going to send that on to somebody else. We're going to pass it on down the line. We have President Fu Manchu. This is one we don't have. Beautiful cover art there. I love these pyramid editions. The Bride of Fu Manchu. Gorgeous. We got The Mask of Fu Manchu. This one we already had. It's going to go in the doubles. Same with this one. Daughter. Yeah, that's amazing. The Drums of Fu Manchu. The Island of Fu Manchu. Do I need to say it every time? The green hand, the shriveled head, the snapping fingers, the zombies. That's amazing. Yeah, we should read this first out of this whole stack. Shadow. Well, here's a doll. The Wrath of Fu Manchu. Yellow Spine, Sax Rohmer, Fu Manchu. What does this say? The final bow of the world's most feared villain. A new and never before published book by the fabulous Sax Rohmer. So I guess it's the last one that they ever did. There's the hand. We got the Return. You better start reading these Sax Rohmer books. Look, there's the picture of him in that space age smoking jacket. God, I love that picture. The reason that all the author pictures in that the Paul Giamatti video are in a circle is because this was the first one I grabbed and I wanted them all to match. So Sax Rohmer started it all. Circle image author pictures. Here's an older pyramid. The Insidious Dr. Fu Manchu. Then he also sent me one of the plantation books. Not really my favorite genre, but Roguelike. Raymond Giles. Fawcett Gold Medal. And then I got a Gothic here. Sharon Wagner, Circle of Evil. There we go. Love the purples and the blues. She doesn't look too worried. There's a beautiful white horse in the background. Circle of Evil. Hey, all you new people, I have a series that I do with my friend Eric over at the Paperback Warrior. It used to be once a month, but we haven't done one in like 2 months. But we pick a old Gothic suspense book, and then we do a review on it, and it's usually pretty funny because they're not often very good, but sometimes they are. Sometimes they're amazing. So we're just kind of like going through the genre and discovering it, talking about it, seeing what the facets of the genre are. So if you're interested in that, go check out Guide to Gothics on the channel. All right, so that was all from Ed. Thank you, Ed. You're also a king. Up next, we got a couple things from Bell Book and Comic, which is a store right down the street from our house. I could walk there. And they had, I went in there. My wife wanted to go because she likes comic books and she wanted to see what was new. And I walked in and they were like, hey, we got new paperbacks in. They're over in the other room. So I went over there and they had amazing stuff like Arkham houses, all this cool stuff. But I had already went to a store just before this and spent like $100. So I only got a couple things. So I got the last Solomon Kane book that I needed for the Centaur editions. There's The Hand of Cain, Robert E. Howard. This is the Puritan adventurer, occult. Is it? Do you think he's an occult detective? He kind of is. This is one of my favorite Robert E. Howard characters. And yeah, if you haven't read it, go check it out. It's very different. It's really, like if you like horror, if you like folklore, he's a Puritan, so there's like religious aspects to it, but it also like wavers on on what's cool and what's not. So he's not like super strict, even though he thinks he is. I don't, you just got to read it. And then I got another Robert E. Howard, The Dead Remember, The Dark Man Omnibus, Volume 2. This is the Panther edition, which is from the UK, which I'm always very excited to find UK editions here in the US. Got the beautiful cover art there. Awesome. And then they also had VHS, and my wife likes VHS, so I'm just going to show these because they're cool. I know they're not books, but From Beyond the Grave, VHS here. I haven't seen either of these movies. Terror to Delight, Worshippers of the Macabre, From Beyond the Grave. It's got Peter Cushing in it. Nice. And then she got The Alien Dead. I can't remember if I've seen this or not. It's not ringing a bell. I think I have the DVD of it, though. I probably have seen it. I just don't remember. And then these next two books came from Skeleton Dust Records. It's a record store here in Dayton, Ohio. And they also have a small little section for books. And yeah, so we got... First off, I got the hardcover novelization of War Games. You guys remember War Games? Do you want to play a game? That's fun, huh? A novel by David Bischoff. Oh, I read, man, what did I read by him? Some vampire thing, I think. Yeah. Wonderful. I was pretty excited to find that. Probably more excited than I should have been. And then I got this cool Saul Wernick, The Fire Ants. Creature feature. Animal is Attack. A Swarm of Stinging Horror. I read a Saul Wernick book. It was about this like Nazi spirit that inhabits this guy. And then he's like tries to bring back the Fourth Reich. And they sold it as like a horror, like a supernatural horror, but really it wasn't. It was really like this kind of serious, like it could happen again type of story. So hopefully this one is more schlocky and more fun, and more over the top, because that's what we enjoy. This next group of books is from our friend Book Fiend Nick. That's he's here on YouTube. I mostly know him from Instagram, and he sent us this giant box of books. Very, very kind of you, sir. Thank you so much. So we got, this is like, this group of books here, I think really sums up the channel well. So we got The Traveler, number 1. I have another Traveler, but not number 1. First You Fight. 15 years after Doomsday, survival is a vicious game. Nobody plays it better than The Traveler. So yeah, it's just an apocalypse. Wasteland. It's punk. There's like, the other cover has like punks on the cover with mohawks. Up next we got Nick Carter, which is a very long running series, which I need to get to. I need to just knock off at least one from every giant series just to see what they're like. Sometimes I think when I see a series is very huge and long running and everyone's read it, it's not as appealing to me to get to first. Whereas if I see something like the Hawk series or whatever, then I'm gonna read that first. Because that's just how I am. Snooty snob. Black Horde, Richard Lewis. Some more animal attacks. Or insect attack. Creature feature. Black Horde, born in death to bring death to the world. Yeah, so scorpion attack. Nice. The winged horror devouring the world. Oh, maybe they're not scorpions. I don't know what kind of bugs. Maybe they're just bugs in general. Got some Guardians, Plague Gears. This is another post-apocalypse series. Men's Adventure. Another one, The Zone. I have a Zone, but not this one. This is number 2. I have number 1. Blind Fire. In the War of Tomorrow, there will be no survivors. This is a Zebra, which you will recognize. All you horror fans, all you paperbacks from hell people. There we go. There's the Zebra. Zebra made lots of schlocky stuff. So anytime you see those stripes, you know it's going to be good. Or you know it's going to be something. It's going to be entertaining. Another Carter Brown. Oh wait, no, that was Nick Carter. This is Carter Brown. Also on the list of giant series that I have not read. Got some more. They're really short. I mean, I could tear through them in like 2 days. Just knock them out. I'm just gonna knock them out. I'm gonna read so many damn books the next coming months. The Tigress. Oh, that's beautiful cover art. Is it signed? Nope. Maybe Ron Lesser. Robert McGuire. Charles L. Grant, Shadows 5. I think he sent 2 of these, actually. So maybe one's a double. This is a horror anthology, edited by Charles L. Grant. It's got some Tanith Lee, Alan Ryan, Al Sorrentino. I don't recognize any of the other names. Chelsea Quinn Yarbo. Another Traveler, number 4. To Kill a Shadow. Traveler series. Look at this. This has got, oh, this is a Jove. I thought it was a Gold Eagle. The Hard Corpse, White Heat. This is a vigilante. Yeah, this is like the A-Team. They're like vigilantes, and you can hire. We gotta look at this pristine Doomsday Warriors. Wow. I never see them like this. Usually they're all beat up. Freedom's Glory. It's another post-apocalypse series by Ryder Stacy, which is actually 2 guys. And one of them, so in Men's Adventure, usually you think of these like ex-military meat and potatoes dudes writing this stuff, you know, worried about the communists, those type of guys. And one of the authors of this was a bisexual punk rocker. So there you go. From a different aspect. I'm sure it's still very similar. And then we got a collection, or not a collection, a reprinting of The Spider, Master of Men, Pulp Hero Spider. We talked about The Spider in our Aviation Pulp episode. It was like, I think, 3 videos ago. The Spider was created by Popular Publications, who also made the G8 series, the plain pulp series. And it was their Popular Publications take on The Shadow. Then we got some just good old Phoenix Force. American Vengeance. Mickey Spillane. Killer's Mind, that's one I haven't read, so that's cool. Also one I didn't have. Yeah, here's the double. So we got 2 of those. That's going to be going to somebody. Probably Alex over at the Bookubus. I owe her some horror books. I actually owe Harry some horror books too. I know I owe books to everybody. SOBs. There we go, River of Flesh. This is tough. No one survives Cambodia's River of the Dead. So the SOB, the other one that I read, it was like a vigilante thing. That one looks like they're actually in war. No, it's vigilante. So that sounded actually like a spy. Like they were taking on some kind of Bond villain. We got a Last Ranger that I didn't have, Craig Sargent. I think these covers are done by Bob Larkin. It's beautiful. Another Traveler, number 9, The Stalking Time. So if you've never seen books like this, they are 80s action movies. I think actually 80s action movies are books like this. I think that's where they got the idea from, was the books. So if you like that stuff, might I suggest some Men's Adventure? That's what they called it. It's just a marketing name. It's for everybody. Ladies can read it too. One of my favorite Gothic writers, Claudette Nicole. So Book Fiend Nick is out there listening when I'm yakking. And Claudette Nicole is Trailsman author John Messman. So John Messman wrote these Gothics. They are some of my favorites. And here, he actually sent me 2. And neither of them I had. Was her mind again playing terrifying tricks, or was there really a plot to kill her? Like that red and the green. She's definitely running away. She is frightened. Here's a double. Ice Station Zebra. We read an Alistair MacLean. I think, was it River of Death, I think? And I was a guest on Check Your Shelf. And we talked about River of Death, Alistair MacLean. But I haven't read Ice Station Zebra yet. It wouldn't be a book haul if a stack of books didn't fall over. Here's the other Claudette Nicole. Beautiful blue cover, the yellow font, yellow text. She's definitely running. I got this, it looks like a 90s horror called Spill, Les Standiford. Let's see if my guess was right, if this was from the 90s. 1991. It's about Yellowstone National Park. A tanker truck carrying a strain of hemorrhagic fever virus has crashed into a creek bed on state park land. In a plan to contain and cover up the damage, an RV of government-approved assassins, led by a vicious mercenary, is ordered to track down and terminate the living. It's up to Park Ranger Jack Fairchild to lead a small band of survivors deep into the wilderness and a 1 in a million chance of escaping with their lives. That's pretty cool. Fatal Exposure. Oh, this is like a kind of a disaster book. How about I show it to you instead of just looking at it myself? When the sun rises, it will bring the most frightening disaster the world has ever known. Nice. There you go. This is what it feels like to live in Phoenix, Arizona in the summertime. Right there. Got another Guardians. Freedom, what does that say? Oh, freedom fight. How could I not just fill in the gap there? Border Bloodstorm. We got a Robert Bloch, Terror. Why would someone put a sticker right there? Like, what is wrong with you? We have a little scraper that gets those off. Let me show it to you. So yeah, we got this little scraper. It's on Amazon. And it takes the stickers off pretty well. Let's see if I can get it in the camera. There we go. It's made of, it's like a plastic scraper. Well, I'll have to do it from the other side, but we got it off her face. As you can see, very little damage. Throw that sticker there. There. Then we got two more. The End World, number 2, Thief River Falls Run. David Robbins. Post-apocalypse, obviously. And then we got The Zone, number 1. This is a double, so we'll be moving on to somebody else. Zone number 1. Oh, look, I still have the box. It's called an EHDIS plastic scraper. If you're looking to buy one yourself. EHDIS. All right, and finally, last up, Half Price Books. We got a bunch. They were popping that day. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and this day we won so many books, and they were pretty cheap. So first off, I got this other SOBs, and this is World War One aviation, World War II Navy pilots. So a little war stuff there. We had an H.P. Lovecraft edition that we were missing. Charles Dexton Ward. I love stuff that looks like this. Very 80s movie. Steel Lightning, Kevin Sherrill. Very 80s cop thriller. Streets, are they in New York? Oh, hell yeah, they are. Even better. New York City. The New York setting in the 1980s is the best setting. So scummy and sleazy. I can't believe we found these two, and they're like $5 a piece. 2 of the Dracula series, Dracula horror series. The Drums of Dracula by Robert Laurie. Ooh, this one has voodoo in it. Voodoo's another popular theme around here. Dracula's Lost World. Dracula's quest for gold in an undiscovered, uncivilized land. So it sounds like Dracula meets DuckTales. Oh, ran the glare. Sorry, I was reading the back. Beautiful. And then here's the Leo Kessler that I was talking about in the interview video. Counterattack. It's World War II war novels. I got a Frank Belknap Long that I did not have. The Rim of the Unknown. Haunting Fantasies by a Master of Horror. I've read a few Frank Belknap Longs. I don't know if I'd call him a Master of Horror. But how could you pass that up? Look at this gnarly looking thing. The Implosion Effect. This is a Major Books. We usually always grab those. Always grab that publisher. Just look at that incredible artwork. What even is this? I don't know, but how could you leave it behind? trying to get it on while the world's exploding. Let's read it. Let's see what it has to say. They swore to Jason that there was nothing genuinely illegal about building a secret satellite tracking station. Just smart businessmen getting the jump on the stock market. And for $500,000, Jason Thice was ready to believe them. That was before the murders began and before some over-anxious governments decided to muscle in. Doesn't tell us shit, does it? Hello? We got this spooky-looking Barbara Michaels book, The Walker in Shadows. It's kind of gothic, but more gothic horror than suspense. It had come from the grave, but it would not return alone. Sounds cool. Here's the Matthew Swain books that I posted on my Instagram. The 21st Century Private Eye. Yep. So this is like sci-fi private eye. Hard-boiled in space. And on the cover here is our man Chad Neal, our buddy Chad, that we interviewed. Cover model. Excited to get those. Alright, this one was not cheap. Dion Fortune, The Secrets of Dr. Tavarner. This is my wife's book. She loves Dion Fortune. Yeah, that is really cool looking. Looks secret, looks esoteric. We got a vampire book from Nancy Collins, who wrote Sunglasses After Dark. Tempter. Another Leo Kessler. These are UK editions too. Who is it? Fontana? Futura. Got a sci-fi here by Thomas F. Monteleone. I think that's how you say it. The Time-Swept City. He wrote one of my favorite 80s horror paperbacks, Night Train. Excited to pick that up. We got Rambo First Blood Part 2. So this is not the novelization, I think. This is the novel it was based on. No. The novel by David Morrell, best-selling author of First Blood, from the screenplay by Sylvester Stallone and James Cameron. Okay, so it's by David Morrell, who created the character, but this is based off of the screenplay written by Sylvester Stallone and James Cameron from the original author. Interesting. We got another Kessler, Claws of Steel. This one, I can't remember if we have, or I just have seen the image somewhere. But look at that. John Peel, Talons. It's dying to kill. What a cool looking cover. I love the way that font looks there. Looks like an old 80s thrash metal record. Very excited to find this. Another David St. John, Peter Ward spy book. This is the E. Howard Hunt writing spy fiction. Real spy. He was really a spy. And here he is writing spy fiction. It's good stuff, I tell you. But it's also bad at the same time. But it's not good bad. Like, the good is really good. But there's bad elements to it that are laughable. But the good is good. It's not good bad. You get what I'm saying. I got an Ace Gothic, To the Castle, Dorothea Mulm. We got an Africa Corpse. This is something I've been looking for a while. Corpse the Elite. one of these series. Seen other people show them off. And finally, I got Dead as a Dummy. Because $1, I just like the cover. Old Bantam is in really good shape too. For a book so old, you usually don't see them like this. Still shiny and colorful. And he's holding a dummy. And he kind of looks like Alan Ladd. And that's the book haul. Thanks for watching, everybody. Got a review coming up of a Monarch science fiction book. And I don't know what else I'm going to do. I have maybe some spy stuff. And the Pulp Fest video. Hopefully we'll be talking to Jack, one of the organizers of Pulp Fest. He actually lives up the street, so I think it's going to happen right here. We're going to be sitting right here talking. So we're going to talk about the Pulp Fest, the history of Pulp Fest, and what you can expect and why you should go, which you should. It's an amazing time, and it's coming up. But we'll get into that there. And that's it. I'm out of here.